I don't like phone interviews. I really, really don't like organising them. Why? I would say, in comparison to a face-to-face interview, typically I would say a face-to-face interview, 1 in 3 convert and end up being second interviews. Telephone interviews convert at about 1 in 10. Why? I'll tell you why. People don't treat phone interviews seriously. The moment you say to a candidate, the client wants to do a telephone interview with you, there's something that goes off in the candidate's mind that makes it throwaway. It's a single-use plastic. It's lightweight. It becomes unimportant. And that is the source of big screw-ups. What people don't realise is a phone interview is as valid, as important, and as serious as getting in your car and driving 200 miles to meet a client or a hiring manager face to face. I've seen it. People sit in their shorts, they sit in their house, they think, well, he can't see me. Oh yeah, I've got a quick phone interview. It's a job interview. You prepare accordingly. You are in the business of blowing people away. It is no different to being sat in front of them in an interview room in a glass-walled building somewhere in London. Often, why do people do phone interviews? Well, they're busy. Sometimes it's a stupid objection on behalf of the client. Sometimes it's with some person that's not necessarily an immediate direct stakeholder. But people screw up phone interviews all the time. So I want to give you a few key tips as to how to play a phone interview. First things first, what's the format and the medium through which the phone interview is taking place? If you're good and you're sharp, the first thing you say is, can we use GoToMeeting or Zoom or Microsoft Teams or Skype? Why? Because on Zoom or GoToMeeting or Microsoft Teams or Skype, you can share your screen. So when the interviewer says, I'm looking for somebody who is a really good new business hunter, you can say, do you know what, Mr. Interviewer or Mrs. Interviewer, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Because you sat in front of your PC? Yes, I am. Well, they don't even need to be sat in front of their PC. They could be sat in front of their phone and you can do a screen share with them. Let me just show you some documents I've prepared that I thought would be useful for the benefit of this meeting today. I'll send them to you later, but I'll show you this one now. And out comes the portfolio that you've used to prepare for your interviews in general, except in this case, it's in front of them on the screen. Let's think about that. 2 candidates do 2 phone interviews, one after another, 45 minutes each. Candidate 1 pitches up, he's sat at home, he's in his shorts. It's one of 4 phone interviews he's got that day. Yeah, check me out, I'm a top guy. Candidate 2 is sat in a suit, in front of his PC, prepared, ready to rock, with a light in front of his face like I've got in front of me, with his headset absolutely bang on, with an attention to detail and an ability to immediately share a screen with the interviewer with evidence of his success and achievements. I wonder which of those 2 candidates will go through to next stage in that process and which of them won't. And it's that attention to detail with a phone interview that is the difference between getting the right career and not. It's little things. What does your headset sound like? Is your phone charged? Where are you? You sat in your car at a service station? You shouldn't be. You should be in a room with a bloody good headset. I know I'm ranting. I know it. But the candidates that get the jobs, they realise that it's an easy differentiator. It's one of the easiest ways to differentiate yourself in a volume-driven recruitment campaign. And telephone interviews are often indicative of volume. They're often indicative of clients that buy that way. They want to talk to 10, 15 candidates before they get down to a face-to-face shortlist. But it's such an easy way to differentiate yourself. Boot up a screen share, show some evidence. Prepare like you've seen in the other videos and close at the end. Most people, they have a nice chat and then they wonder why they haven't moved forward to the next stage and why the feedback's poor. So think about that when you're preparing for your phone interviews. If you can, try and turn them into video calls. It's not unfair. Drop a note to the hiring manager. Hi, I understand we've got a phone interview. I was wondering if we could move it to a video call. And you prepare well for your video call. Let's talk about video calls whilst we're at it. Sometimes, rather than a phone interview, a client will want to do a video call interview. Couple of rules. 1, get a good webcam. Good webcam is £70. That's for the absolute, you can get the bee's knees for 70 quid. You can shoot video and web video in 4K for that. 2, buy a light. A light that faces you. Light does not face behind you at the camera. That turns you into a silhouette. You look like a terrorist being interviewed on a documentary. The light should hit your face. 3, wear a suit. Wear a tie, please. It is as valid as a face-to-face interview. But please make sure it's the little attentions to detail. If it is a video call, have your evidence and your documentary evidence ready to screen share. You're absolutely in the box seat to differentiate yourself amongst other candidates. You should be absolutely immaculate for a video interview in the same way that you would be for a face-to-face. You should be prepared. The room should be silent. Next thing to think about, what's behind you? If you've got a light on your face and there is something in the background, what is it? Is it your dog, your kids' toys? I don't know. Put up something in your background that makes you look like a pro. These are little details that will differentiate you from the guy that is sat in his daughter's bedroom on his daughter's laptop because he's out of work and he's got no cash. And it's all so obvious. It's such an easy way to differentiate yourself in a volume-driven recruitment campaign. It's unbelievable, but very few people think about it. So in your phone interviews, try and boot up a screen share and treat it seriously. Be in a silent room. Have a high-quality headset. How does your audio sound? How do you sound? In a video call, light hitting your face. Christ, it doesn't matter if it's just a lamp. If you really want to go to town, buy a ring light that goes around your video camera. If you go on Amazon, you can buy some amazing kit now for doing high quality video calls that will make you look great. But there is no excuse now. Video calls, video interviews, phone interviews, they are as serious as getting in your car and meeting the client face to face in an interview room, and you should treat them accordingly.